Welcome back. Time continues to drag on as Israel explores options for retrieving the bodies of 2 Israeli soldiers and 2 Israeli men being held by Hamas in Gaza. Just last week marked 12 years since the capture of Gilad Shalit, whose return was secured by Israel's trade of some 1,000 Palestinian prisoners in Israeli jails. But even once prisoners of war are freed, the emotional prison is everlasting. What some of these soldiers have endured while in captivity is nothing short of hell on earth. The real experiences of some of these soldiers have been used to inform now famous television shows. Israel's hit series Prisoner of War, or Hatufim, was the inspiration for the US series Homeland, and it was former IDF Colonel Amnon Sharon who worked as a consultant on that show. 45 years ago, Sharon ran straight into a tidal wave of invading Syrian ground forces during the Yom Kippur War. He was wounded, captured, and underwent months of severe torture. And he joins us in studio today, along with one of his therapists, Devora Belauer from Beit HaLochem, the Zahal Disabled Veterans Organisation. Great to have you both with us.
Thanks for having us.
Now, Amnon, you were in captivity for 8 months. On the television show Prisoner of War, we watched these actors, at least, endure horrible torture. Your personal story educated this show. How was it for you to watch this dramatised on screen?
I had a lot of problems to watch it because I can speak about all what I have been in Syria and what they made to me, to my body, to my spirit, but I can't hear about it. Even now, when I see the picture behind you, I feel something in my mind and in my body, but I learned how to manage with those problems.
So, can you talk us through what happened to you while you were in captivity? You're talking about what happened to your body?
Maybe Dvora can say it better. They broke my bones. They took my nails from my fingers. They gave me electric shocks and a lot of beats and kicks and everything. I was 5 months on cement floor, only with underwear. In the winter in Syria, there was snow outside. All the guards were with chenilles and sweaters, and it was very, very, very difficult without any doctor that can see my injuries. And but even one moment they couldn't break my spirit, because I feel that I can win them, and that's what I had.
I understand that you were kept for 5 months in captivity in an isolated chamber, in a torture chamber as well, where you were suspended from the ceiling. In fact, part of your recovery process was actually making sculptures that depicted what happened to you.
It's 5 months I was alone, and I started to dream dreams when I was awake, and all my dreams come true. And for example, the first dream, I met people from the Red Cross in my dream, and they told me that I will be back on June 8th. And I believed that, and it was sure for me that on June 8th I will be at home. You know when I came back?
I do, but you can tell us.
June 6th. They asked me, what is Merkava? You know what is Merkava? Merkava, it's, in English it's chariot, but in Israel it's the new Israeli tank, Merkava, that IDF and the industry in Israel developed it. And I really didn't know what is Merkava. I told them, you are right, but we don't use it anymore. Once we had Merkava, chariot with horses and slings, we don't use it. This joke almost cost my life because they put a knife in my back. And when I was back in the cell, in the isolate cell, the medicine soldier put something on my back, and someone that I didn't see him asked me, you don't know that Israel have a new Israeli tank, Merkava? And when they closed the door, I had a nice dream when I was awake, and my Merkava was matchbox with cigarettes as a cannon, and I was not captain. I was colonel in the dream, and I took 100 matchboxes and I set free. I set free all Israel back because I thought they told me that they captured all Israel. So when I came back, and I came back to the army, and the first job that I got to make all the examinations of a top secret new Israeli tank Merkava. So also the dream comes true.
Right. Now, when you read through some of the stories of what happened to you when you were in captivity, you were bound for 24 hours a day with a sack over your head. As you mentioned, they tore out your toenails and administered electric shocks to you. Once you were now back in the real world, no doubt it would have been so hard to reintegrate into everyday society. And you obviously had a therapist here who's with us, Devorah, who did hydrotherapy with you. What kind of treatments do you offer to people who have been through such extremely difficult situations like this?
Well, it's important to understand what hydrotherapy is. So hydrotherapy is just activity in water. But the minute a person gets into the water, they're instantly calm. Water has been proven through many different research articles that it decreases your stress levels, it increases your serotonin levels. So the minute you get into the water, you calm down, you're relaxed. It helps with relieving muscle spasms and the tightness and the stress that you're under, both emotionally and physically. And the minute that we can help the person calm down, both emotionally and physically, then we can help them get back to themselves.
Now, Israel has an incredibly high rate of post-traumatic stress disorder sufferers. Some 5 to 8% of combat soldiers actually suffer PTSD. What is unique about treating this disorder?
I think every therapy and everyone who works in therapy and every therapist in Israel deals with it, because so many of our soldiers have come back, whether they're diagnosed or they're not diagnosed. So many of them have PTSD, are suffering at whatever level it is from everything that they've gone through, that they've seen, that they've been involved in. So we're here to help them both through the physical and through the emotional. Again, we're not there to treat, we're there to help them treat themselves and help them get to a better place.
Now, Amnon, to you, how did you cope while you were in there? You were held in captivity for 8 months.
Please again.
How did you cope? What kind of strategies did you use mentally to cope with what was being done to you?
You have to remember, I was 26 years old, and in that time, psychology is only for mad people. And I started to build tools to make treatment to myself. First of all, I am not religious. I was not religious, and till today I'm not religious. The first thing that I made, I developed a prayer to God for my mind, and every day, 3 times every day, till today, almost 45 years, I keep to pray my prayer. And the first time that I started with my prayer and I lie on the floor, I feel very streams, hot streams all over my body. and I heard an voice say, keep on because God with you. And I believe that God with me.
No.
I think that I say to myself, and today I am a coach in Hospital Reut. I make coaching to people that are in the hospital, not physiotherapy. I make physiotherapy to the spirit. I say something bad happened to you. I say that the boys can cry 2 minutes, the girls can cry 4 minutes, and then you have to say, this is the new situation. With these problems, I have to manage and to win. And that's what I told to myself from the first day. And today I'm here.
Now, there are 2 men supposedly being held in Gaza by Hamas. Do your thoughts ever turn to them?
Again?
לבנים שבשבויים כרגע בעזה.
We know, or we think that we know that at least 2 soldiers are dead. I believe that after 4 years they are staying in good health, because Hamas want to keep them for the negotiation. So even Gilad Shalit, 4 years, it's a long time. But they are TV, they have newspapers, they have friends, the guards. They are also a prisoner with our soldier, because they are afraid that IDF will find them. So they are in any place. So I think that they are in good health.
The fact that you take your story and have gotten to where you are and use it to inspire others is really remarkable. Amnon, appreciate you sharing that insight with us, and of course, Devorah, for being with us here on Perspectives.
Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Now we move